One of the first villages along the beautiful mountain river of Tisa is Kostelivka. There is no land to spare in the village. It has the smallest land per person ratio in Ukraine, and this used to be the root of all its problems. However, this is no longer the main issue facing the village. Several years ago, the riverbanks started getting swamped in litter. After each rainfall, all these lovely gifts from the regional garbage dump would end up on the picturesque riverbanks. There is no room for a sanitary landfill as the village is snuggled between mountains, right on a riverbank, and is surrounded by a wildlife reserve. Every year, Ukraine produces around 750 million tons of household waste. This amount of waste could cover Kiev with a thick layer of several meters. As a result, our rivers bring hundreds of thousands of tons of waste to Europe, and the neighbouring countries have no other choice but to demand rightful compensations.
Діанка і Валерка, поскладайте цілі пляшки у коробки.
Hanna Ignatyuk, director of the Kostelivka kindergarten, started to teach kids how to sort waste 2 years ago. This was not just out of the blue. First of all, there is an urgent need for it, and secondly, it is part of the new program initiated by the European Union.
Коли в нас було перше заняття таке по екології, то на другий ранок, може, з 5 батьків прийшло і казали, що мусили знайти пляшки, мусили подивитися, як дітки місять бутилки, і мусили ще вечором вести їх за руку до контейнера, аби вони викинули самі в контейнер ці пляшки.
According to Olha Smetanyuk, the village head, they used to incinerate waste, but this wasn't enough, and besides it harmed the environment. So they decided to learn from somebody else's experience. Waste classification was the first step.
Перші контейнери, які вдалося нам для сортування сміття придбати, це були контейнери в рамках придбані в рамках швейцарсько-українського проекту Форза. І вже в минулому році ми виграли оцей проект у Євросоюзі.
The next challenge was waste removal. The local village budget, let alone the oblast budget, had no money to spend on that. So the only way to meet the challenge was for them to do something on their own. Dmitro Lele collects all village waste in his yard and sorts it.
Хотілося б, щоб село було чистіше.
Up till March 2012, it was the oblast authorities or neighbouring regional centre that collected the waste. But they didn't know what to do with it either. It turned out that they couldn't even manage their own waste. The help came from the neighbouring Lviv oblast.
То потрібно приміщення або навіс, перше прес.
These first small but very important steps to improve the environmental conditions of the region and the village were made with the helping hand of the European Union.
Наша ініціатива виявилася з 119 гірських населених пунктів області найкращою.
На засіданні, яке проводило Міністерство житлово-комунального господарства, коли Костелівка доповідала, то всі аплодували стоячи. Секрет успіху Євросоюзу – це в стимулюванні добрих прикладів, за якими потім йдуть інші села, інші населені пункти.
The coming spring, summer and autumn looks to be clean for residents of Kostelivka. Waste from the neighbouring rayon will still end up on the Tisa banks. But here in Kostelivka, people believe that if they manage to succeed, their neighbours from the rayon centre can definitely manage their waste as well.